Okay, hello everybody. Today is Thursday, January 3rd, 2019. It's 3:53 p.m., about 7 minutes before the regular session close. You can see my computer clock on my right, and on my left is the time at sales, the E-mini S&P currently trading at 2451.75. Our videos are recorded in real time on live data. It was another great day for the Autotrader. First up is the DAX on a Super Renko 14 tick. And this is the one with a higher goal of 3,550, and this obviously hit its goal and had a couple of ticks of slippage, and there was just one small loser here. Just drew down a little bit. I have historical data showing on this chart. So since we have historical data on this chart, we might as well show the performance report. Many of you always ask to see it, so here it is. We should make this currency. And so it looks like we have a strong profit factor of 3.53. This is only going back about 10 days. But in those 10 days, there was 30 trades, 60% profitable, 18 winners, 12 losers. The average winning trade, this is pretty high actually, $300. That's the average trade. Average winning trade, $794. Average loser, $337. And that's what gives you the profit factor here. And the average win-loss ratio here that's actually the differential between the winners and the losers is 2.35. It's very good. In any case, the drawdown, max drawdown shows only 1450, but keep in mind these back tests are not completely accurate. But anyway, it shows pretty positive here, so just wanted to show this. And so this hit its goal and had positive slippage, really nice trades here. As you can see, we have a limit order on this chart of only 4 ticks, and so we were filled on our limit order on all of these trades. Obviously, this swing here did not get filled on a limit order. Okay, next is the DAX on a 150 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this did 25.75. Our goal on this should be around there. 25.50, so this had a couple of ticks positive slippage. This was a split winner-loser here, so the first target was hit, but then it was stopped out by the BWT precision trend reversal. And so after that, didn't get filled on a limit order on these 2 swings, but we did here, as you can see pretty clearly, and that resulted in us hitting our goal. And it's no surprise that the DAX is among our top performing charts going back to our 650 videos, going back 3 years. Okay, next up is the DAX on a Super Renko 14 tick, and it hit its goal of 2,000, and it had a little bit of slippage. There was a loser here, and it looks like it drew down about $450 per contract, almost $900, and then it came back with 2 winning trades. Obviously didn't get filled on limit orders here, but did here, and this last trade was just excellent placement on the trade. Okay, next is the NASDAQ on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi tick chart, and first I want to point out the indicator signals here, just really fantastic catching these swings here. But again, we have limit orders, so Heikin-Ashi bars form in a different way. I suggest you watch them sometimes, but it's good to know the limitations of boutique bar types is what I call these, or custom bar types. In any case, this had 2 long trades. We did not get filled on our limit order on this swing, or probably this swing here. But between these 2 long trades, we hit our goal of 1520. Our goal is actually 1550. So we use a market order when we hit our goal. So we probably had some slippage here, but great performance here. I'm going to show some charts on NinjaTrader 8, and the performance is somewhat similar. Okay, the NASDAQ on a 987 tick chart also did 1520, and the goal on this is probably 1550. And completely different trades here because it's a smaller time frame, so it caught all these swings here. There was a couple of losers. You can see the first run-up was almost $1,000 in profit. Then it gave it all back plus some, drew down about 500 or so. And then from there, it was pretty much straight up. Just, you can see how small. There was just one loser here, very, very, very small. And then came back with these couple of trades here, put it to its goal. Okay, next is the E-mini S&P on a 987 Heiken Ashi chart. This is a pretty fast chart, actually. So I'm showing the session in its entirety here. I want you to focus on the equity curve. We first made an equity high of about 1,000. So with a smaller profit target, we would have avoided a lot of trades. And then we drew down from here, gave it all back, and drew down about 300 or 150 per contract, but then recovered again up into its goal of 1,500 or so. Our goal on this is 1,525, so definitely hit our goal. So, you know, quite a ride today. First with a, you know, hitting the goal of actually 1,100, hitting an equity high of 1,100. So it goes to show that if you have less modest goals, you could have been done trading in the first 30 minutes of trading here, and that's shown on the equity curve here. Now, interestingly, on a 987 tick line break chart, quite a different story, as the line break is not as noisy as the tick chart. And so on this chart, we hit our goal in two trades here, a short and a long, and there's quite a lot of movement here. You know, excellent line break signals on these swings, but this hit its goal of 1,300 and had positive slippage. Okay, the NASDAQ on a 150 Heiken Ashi tick chart had a very small loser to start at the session open, less than $100 per contract, and then came back with this fairly large short trade, and I guess it's shy of its goal. This did 990 for the day. The goal is 1250. So trading was finished on this chart in 10 minutes of trading. It looks like what happened is it hit an equity high of about 1,050 on this long, and then it went long again, but by the time it got out of the trade, it had some slippage. So it looks like it went long again, hit its goal, and then gave some back and ended up at 990. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Superenco 6 tick. This is trading 3 contracts. Our goal on this is 1,200, so that's 400 profit per contract. And so this was a little bit volatile, first making an equity high of about $850 on the first 2 trades. So once again, with lower goals, this would be more efficient perhaps. Anyway, it had a mixture of winners and losers and eventually drew down only about 100 per contract, but then came back with these 2 winners at the end and put it up to its goal. Okay, similar volatility on the E-mini S&P regular 5 Renko chart. First made an equity high of about $500, then drew down about 800 or 400 per contract, and then came up and finished at 900. The goal on this chart is 1,000, so just shy of its goal. This one is trading 2 contracts, and our higher time frame filter is 8 ticks on the Superenco chart. Okay, pretty active on the crude oil Superenco 6 tick, kind of down to sideways for most of the session, and then beginning at about the 11:30 hour, we were pretty much straight up from there. A bunch of winners brought us out of our drawdown, and finally this big push into the close. We finished at 870 for the day. Our goal on this is 1,000. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Superenco 4 tick, a limit order -1 tick, and a goal of 1,000. This is trading only 2 contracts, as you can see here. And the template on this is this one here, and this did 925, so it probably hit its goal and had some slippage just on a couple of trades, and trading on this was over in 5 minutes as the market dropped sharply from the open. Okay, I run two charts on the E-mini S&P regular 5 Renko. This one fared a lot better. It only had 2 trades, 2 winners back to back, and did 887.50. The goal on this is 800. So when the reason it's a lower goal is for the reasons that I spoke about on the other charts, is when, you know, the higher your goal, the more it has to trade to reach your goal, and a more modest goal will trade less. As you can see here, this is a limit order with a 4-tick pullback and a goal of 800, so this worked out pretty good. Okay, this chart has been really good for us. This is the E-mini S&P and a Super Renko 6-tick that starts trading at the 12:30 hour, and this also hit its goal. It has a modest goal of 750, and this was hit with only about $50 per contract drawdown, and then it came back and came up and hit its goal. Okay, finally the Dow on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart. This did 750 for the day. First made an equity high of about 940, and then had some little bit of up and down action here and finished at 750 for the day. That's all for today's video.